team holding those statues like children, refusing to let go. They've been carrying them around ever since they got that last one on the bus, and now we've got the cheering.
One more year.
That's right, one more year.
Every year, if that's what it takes, right?
Absolutely, that'll never stop.
Well, you have to admit it's a tear-jerking scene.
We'll all be able to see those 6 trophies lined up. Here's some big things.
Players and coaching staff have wanted to talk to you on a personal basis. I want to bring them up to visit with you.
Hey, Grant. Actually, Jordan and the rest of the guys are pretty composed for this very momentous occasion for them.
I'm sorry, I'm going to have to ask you to repeat that. It's a little loud here.
Yeah, it seems like Michael Jordan and the rest of the guys are pretty calm, just kind of sitting there on this very momentous occasion for them and for Chicago.
They are, and if you want to read much into that, maybe this is not the emotional event that it is for much of Chicago, with many of us out here thinking we're not going to see this again. They do look rather complacent about the whole matter. Phil Jackson coming to the podium now. We might want to listen to what he has to say.
Thank you. All right.
One more year, one more year.
All right. Let me say something to you, all right? I know you do. I know you do. But it's all right. You sit down and be quiet for a second, and I'll talk to you. First of all, we want to thank you for your support. Yes, sir. Very good. Secondly, we want to thank our families. All these people gave us tremendous support. My family, and these players' families, we couldn't have made it without them. I'd like to thank my coaching staff. Bill Cartwright, stand up. There's Bill Cartwright, former captain, 3-time world champion, Chicago Bulls. Frank Hamlin, the mastermind against the Utah Jazz. Jimmy Rogers, statistician, he's the guy that put it all together for our defense. And finally, a Hall of Famer coach, Tex Winter. About a year ago, this last month, Jerry Reinsdorf called me and asked me, did I think we could do it again? I said yes. I believed in these guys. All these guys could come back and do this again. I believed in them, and I thank him for that opportunity. Thank you, Jerry. And I want to thank Jerry Krause for giving us the opportunity to do it. He had another plan, but he put it aside. Thanks, Jerry. I want to thank the co-captains of this team, Scottie Pippen and Michael Jordan. Yeah, they were the heart and souls of this championship run. Without Scottie coming back, we never would have got it done. And Michael loaded us up on his shoulders and carried us home. And this was our last dance, and it was a wonderful waltz. Thank you all.
Very magnanimous.
Said this was our last dance.
If this was, it's been a wonderful waltz. And very magnanimous comments, I thought, Walter, about Jerry and Jerry.
I agree. And I've been scoping and scanning the stage with my binoculars, and I don't see Jerry or Jerry. They've got to be there, right?
Here's Steve Kerr. Let's see if he can equal his comments of a year ago where he stole the show.
The Utah Jazz obviously have great memories. The memory of you hitting the shot to win the championship last year. They played you so tight in the last game they wouldn't give you a shot. That's respect, isn't it? Well, my story is not quite as exciting this year, but I'll share it with you anyway. When we called timeout, we were down 3 with 45 seconds left. I kind of thought to myself, this would be a great chance at a three-pointer to tie the game. And I mentioned that to Phil. And Phil looked at me with this disgusted look, and he said, Steve, let's face it, last year was a fluke. Get the ball to Michael and get the hell out of his way.
Well done.
So, as always.
That's what I did. You know what happened. You know the rest. And for what it's worth, I thought I did a fantastic job of getting out of his way.
That's great.
I want to thank all of you for cheering for us and supporting us all these years. It's been unbelievable to experience all this with you. I also want to thank our families behind us, my teammates, the coaching staff. It's been unbelievable. We love you. Thank you.
Steve Kerr, who joked the other night, says, why did Michael pass me the ball? It worked last year.
Now a guy that
He
I
has
always
a wonderful
called
sense of humor.
Phil's
He does.
last-second substitution. It seemed like every quarter or end of the game, this guy would find his way on the floor. He had big minutes against Utah when Scotty was hurt in the first half. How about Judd Bushler?
Judd also is very funny. Let's see if he uses his humor here.
Well, it's been a pretty exciting week for me. To have a baby and win a world championship in 1 week doesn't get any better. I'd like to give thanks to my wife. She was the real champ this week. I want to thank all the rest of my family and the gentlemen you see behind me that made it happen. It was a fantastic year. It was a terrific run. And last but not least, I want to thank you, Chicago, for supporting us the whole way through. Thanks.
The next guy was a great help for the last couple of years. A wonderful baseline shot when needed. Let's listen to Wennington's World. Billy Wennington.
Looks like for once he left his camera behind at his seat.
Wow. I got it all on videotape. Mike, maybe I'll send you a copy one day since you were so graceful and let me film you once in a while. But I want to thank my wife and my son who've had to put up with me at home, with my moods, and last couple of days of jubilation that I've had. Most of all, I want to thank my teammates and the coaches who've made the last 5 years here in Chicago the best of my life, best of my basketball career. I want to thank all you people out there, and I want you all to remember what we have now and what we've done, you can't take away. So whatever the future holds, we have 5, 6. Love you.
I could sense he was getting a little emotional there for a minute. And then he forgot how many titles they
It
had.
seems like every year Michael promises to get a ring for somebody. I remember when Darrell Walker was here, he got a ring for the Bulls, Frank Hamlin last year. This year, a new player. Welcome, Scott Burrell.
Thank you. I just have a couple of things to give out. I'd like to thank the fans and the city for supporting me and the Bulls. I'd like to thank the organization for making the trade to bring me to this great city and a great team. I'd like to thank my teammates for working me so hard to get me better and to make me a world championship and get me a world championship. And I'd like to thank my mom and dad for producing the world champion, and I love them. Thank you.
Short and sweet.
Scott Burrell acquired from Golden State before the year in a trade for Dickie Simpkins, and Dickie ends up coming back here later in the year, which is ironic.
The next guy comes from far across the water, joining us. From Australia, Luke Longley.
The big guy.
I was thinking far across the water could have been him or Tony.
Exactly.
Now, you had some trouble with your knees during the season. Did the rest pay off for your playoff run?
My knees are fine. Everything feels great right now after what we've just been through. I don't have a single worry in the world. And we've got guys on this team from all over the world. You know where I'm from. We've got Croatians, Canadians, guys from all over America. But when we go on the road, and obviously when we're at home, we feel like we represent Chicago. You guys have made it a great place for us to represent. Feels like home. It's great to be on top.
I can remember back in the Indiana series, I can close my eyes and see this, one of the most beautiful plays in a playoff. Coming down on the left wing with the ball, Tony Kukoc. He goes behind his back to Michael for the dunk. Tony Kukoc.
Tony really came up big for the Bulls in this postseason. He really did.
Boy, did he ever. And he's a Krause guy from the beginning, right?
Well, it's one of the reasons Scotty's been so unhappy. His money was making so much more money than he was.
Thank you. Thank you. As a waiter, I have only one thing to say. It's been a pleasure serving you, and hope to see you soon.
He said he was going to say nothing.
He almost did say nothing.
A little more than he promised to Bruce Wolf earlier, right?
You can't just say no, Johnny Kerr.
He really seems appreciative of what's happened to him and everything he says. Great to see it.
What went through your minds, but when Utah had the ball with 5 seconds to go, I sure would not want to have been this player. He had the job to try to guard John Stockton, and he did a great job. I wonder what went through his mind those last 5 seconds. Ronnie Harper.
Well, first of all, I'd like to thank my family and friends, and my teammates, and the coaching staff, and all the great fans of Chicago. Thank y'all very much for this dream season, and if it was our last dance, it was a great dance. Thank y'all.
I think that makes our third reference to this potentially being the last.
But they are saying if, at least.
If there's anybody in the NBA, any power forward as strong as Karl Malone, but we're going to find out from a guy that played against him. And also, I want to find out, what can we expect when you meet with Karl in the wrestling ring in July? Dennis Rodman!
Referring to the World Wrestling match that Karl Malone and Dennis Rodman have set up.
Oh, they've agreed to this, haven't they?
Agreed to that, signed the contract, the whole
A
deal.
little harder for Mr. Malone now, isn't it, coming in as the loser?
Back at the station, get ready for the mute button, just in case.
No, look at the smiles on the faces of the Bulls. These guys really do like Dennis Rodman. As troublesome as he may be, they've got a tremendous amount of respect and adoration for him.
They say this is a family show, right?
Yes.
Well, I'm going to change this shit.
You missed what he said? They were not ready with the buttons.
Oh, now don't, Dennis.
All right, well, you know, I don't have much to say, but I like to thank the organization, Phil Jackson, and my little girl Alexis, and I've always told myself I'll never ever get married, right? I'll never ever have a wife. If I had to marry anybody, it'd be these 12 guys right here.
He made it through, Walter. You were
Well, he started out a little
worried for nothing.
Oh, in some ways, you know, the world lives vicariously through Dennis Rodman.
The championship being very sick and hurt. I think if you look in a dictionary under courageous, you'll find a picture of Scottie Pippen.
Final game despite that very, very painful back injury.
You can tell by the way he's standing that it still hurts. The crowd is chanting one more year, one more year.
I just want to thank you guys for all the support that you've been able to give us, myself and the Chicago Bulls over the last 11 seasons. Really relying on us, giving us the opportunity to bring back another title. I want to thank all my teammates, the organization, the Lovables, everyone who supported us in the city of Chicago. It's been a great run. Thank you for our last dance.
That's the first.
For the first time, a definitive statement. Not if. Thank you for the last dance.
Right.
Interesting.
You know, I must confess to being addicted to rosin by now. The 6th MVP this past season and the 6th MVP in the NBA Finals, Michael Jordan.
Everybody standing, even Phil Jackson and all the Bulls teammates, personnel, everybody on their feet.
Thank you very much. First of all, let me say, I want to thank my wife and my kids for putting up with me through this grueling season. It's been a long, long season. I know a lot of people didn't think we'd end up back in Grant Park this year. Nobody knows if we're going to be in Grant Park next year. But the one thing I do know is my heart, my soul, and my love has always gone to the city of Chicago. And I do know that no matter what happens, my heart, my soul, and my love will still be in the city of Chicago. Thank you for your support. Thank you for your energy. I just hope and pray. I just hope and pray that we can have an opportunity once again to share this type of enjoyment in the city of Chicago. Thank you.
Listen, they are playing with us. I don't have a doubt.
The crowd goes wild for Michael Jordan. The city of Chicago is celebrating big time with the big Chicago Bulls victory. Michael Jordan leaving it open-ended on what his future plans may be, saying that his heart, his soul, and his love, no matter what the future holds, will still be with Chicago. The only indication that we had that something may be changing down the future, Scottie Pippen saying that he is thanking the crowd for the last dance. So that may be it for Scottie Pippen, but as for Michael Jordan, it's still open-ended at this time. But right now, there's one big party taking place in Chicago, lots of celebrations underway, and the festivities continue. As you can see there, everybody very excited. And that's a look at what's happening in the Windy City for now. But we're going to take a break. In just a couple of minutes, we're going to take you back to Boston for more on the decision to let Louise Woodward go home free. Stay right there. You're watching Fox News Channel.
There is no chance here in Grand Park.